Okay, let's do some numericals on atom economy. I have already explained what is atom economy in my previous video of principles of green chemistry, but still we'll just revise a bit. In simple words, what is atom economy? It's conversion of maximum amount of reactants into products. So green chemistry aims to design synthesis in such a way that most of the starting material is converted to products. This is called as maximizing atom economy. Okay, so now when we say maximum atoms of the reactants are converted to products, that also means that the waste generated is less, and that is one of the aim of green chemistry, that the waste should not be generated, or it should be minimum. Okay, so as per atom economy, final product should aim to contain all the atoms used in the process. So this is all about atom economy. Now for every reaction we can calculate atom economy using the formula weight of the product divided by sum of formula weights of all the reactants into 100. In atom economy, we consider only product. Remember this. In atom economy, it's only about the product, and in uh, E factor, which I'll be posting later, E factor we consider only byproduct. So this is the difference between the two. Okay. At the end, I'll just give you a brief idea about E factor. Just compare A atom economy and E factor. So let's see some of the numericals. The formula is very simple. So when a question is asked to find atom economy, the first thing that you should find out is the molecular weights. Formula weights is nothing but the molecular weights. So students generally go wrong in finding out the molecular weights, where they do calculations. They do wrong calculations. Formula is easy, but they do calculate wrong. They go wrong in calculating the molecular weights. Okay, so let's see the first one. This is nothing but what? Propene, C3H6. Yes or no? Okay, this is chlorine as it is. This is C3H 3, 4 and 5 and Cl. Okay, so now the few atomic weights you should always know. This one, oxygen 16, nitrogen 14. Okay, so let's see, if you want you can just do these calculations, pause the videos and do the calculations. So the atomic weight, sorry, molecular weight is this. Chlorine is 35.5. Chlorine is 35.5. Okay, so this is 71 and this is 76.5. Now there is no byproduct, so this becomes very easy. Atom economy is formula weight of the product, that is 76.5 upon 42 plus 71. Okay, do the calculation, you will get this answer, and this is of course 100. So percentage economy is 67.69. Fine, this is pretty simple. Let's go for the second one. I've already mentioned the molecular weights. I guess this is not 102, it is 82, I guess. So let's calculate. So this is 93. Everything is now given. I have already solved this mostly, because this is what you have to solve. This won't be given to you. You have to find out the atom economy for the preparation of phenylacetamide. Okay, so now everything is there in front of you. So directly let's calculate atom economy. So this is 135 upon reactants are, these are your reactants. Two reactants are there. This is your product. Okay, so 93 plus 82 into 100. No reagents we don't consider. Okay, so the answer for this is, I guess, 77.14. You can just check percentage. Okay, that's your answer. Let's solve few more. And okay, this is very easy. Benzene, C6H6, oxygen. Now this is 4.5 moles of oxygen. Okay, so oxygen is 16, right? So O2 becomes 32, and 4.5 moles of O2 means you will multiply 4.5 into 32. Okay, so this is how you will calculate. Now for benzene, the mass is this. For this one, 4.5 into 32, that's coming out to be 144. So this is 144. And see the formula for this. This is C12345 H, calculate. This is CH2, CH2, 2, 2, 4, Sorry, CH. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Then two oxygens, right? C5. Second, if you want, just check 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is CH, this is CH. So 2, this is H2, 4, okay, and O2. And calculate this, I'm getting it somewhere around 98. Okay, so what's your answer? Now, what is the atom economy? These are your byproducts. Okay, these are your byproducts. We are not going to consider this. We will consider only product. So, what is atom economy? 98 upon 78 plus 144 gives you 68. Sorry, I always miss out this 100. 68.05 percentage. Okay. Fine. I've given a few sums for your calculations for your practice, so you can do it. Now I don't. I will just write down the values over here. That will save our time. That is atom economy is 92 upon. Sorry, 7. This is 78. Okay, 78 plus 50.5 into 100. Okay, so it's percentage now. So 71.59%. Fine. So this is percentage atom economy. Sometimes you may get question which depending upon the atom economy, is it a green process or not? Now, if you look at these process, 67.69 may not be a good atom economy. If you get somewhere around 80, uh, 98, definitely that's a good atom economy. Of course, 100% is the ideal atom economy that you can get. Okay, so this was all about atom economy. I have given few questions over here. You people can practice these questions, find out molecular weights of each one. These are the products, these are the byproducts, and you can calculate molecular weights of each and apply the in the formula. Okay, and about sorry, and about E factor that I was going to tell you is when we compare atom economy and E factor, both are very important as from green chemistry point of view. Atom economy should be maximum, okay, and E factor is related to waste. Yes or no? So, and atom economy is related to product. So product should be maximum. So atom economy should be maximum. E factor is related to waste. So E factor should always be what? Minimum. And in E factor, we always consider the weights of byproducts. Remember this. And in atom economy, about the products. The ideal atom economy is 100%. Ideal E factor is 0. So remember this. This is the difference. I'll post a video on on E factor, separate video, where I'll explain few things on E factor and we'll do some numericals. Okay. Thank you for watching.